Welcome back to our birthday learning session where we're going to have a 3-week party at your house. We hope your cake turned out well and that everyone enjoyed the experience. This week we have more work to do. We need to make party hats, place cards for our guests, decorations for the house, and we would love it if you could make us a birthday card. We use the pictures that your children draw as pictures on our thank you card notes to our volunteers who make the things in your box and those who provide money for us to provide this program. So let's get started. In bag number 5, we provided materials for making your own party hat. Our party hat is a blank cone type hat. You can use the materials in the bag to make it fancy, but don't forget you've got markers, crayons, and probably some leftover materials from the other sessions. All would be perfect to make a great hat. But there are other kinds of hats that you can make with materials that you might have at home. You can use paper plates. This first example cuts a shape out of the middle, and then you color on the pop-up piece or write your name or a message. So many different choices. These are paper plate crowns. Paper crowns are made with paper plates or paper bowls. Personally, I like the plates. I normally decorate mine before actually cutting it, and to cut it, I fold the plate in half and then cut a little slit and then cut from the middle out to the outside like a pizza. Each cut will end up as a point on the crown. In our birthday, I actually wore one of these kind of crowns for our birthday party here. Here are some more examples. The pink one is a lovely with a kind of a splash of color and a few jewels is all you really need to celebrate. Our next one is painted dots on the paper plate, but when they were cut, I think they turned out spectacular, and I love the little addition of the pom-poms on top. Our next example is a crayon example, uses simple rainbow patterns around the edge and clean white finish for the spikes. A minimalist approach at best, but certainly very pretty. And then finally, this last crown is made out of glued on fabric. Very nice. I think it's delightful. Well, we can't wait to see how your family does with their party hats. Maybe a picture of them in there. I think that would be nice. This is activity number 6, a gift for your child. A donor has come forward with a gift of one of the Sophia, the first books for each child. Each of those books was wrapped so your child can unwrap it. And they were wrapped by children who wanted to help another child. The bow was hard for the children to do, so the moms of the children tied the bows. We hope your child enjoys their little gift. This is activity number 7. For fancy events like weddings, wedding showers, baby showers, they sometimes make place cards so that people know where they're to sit. My mom made us make place cards for Thanksgiving dinner. I now realize that she was, 1, probably trying to keep us out of the kitchen, 2, probably trying to keep us busy, and B, finally the last thing is actually practice our writing. Well, in full disclosure, we have the same motives. We want the children to try to attempt to write or even make marks on paper. We've included some index cards for your child to make place cards for your party. Activity number 8 is making paper chains, and in your box you'll find strips of paper in various colors. You're going to need a glue stick from your teacher's kit to do this. Let's go ahead and watch Andy make this paper chain. So you make the first loop. Put glue on the second loop. And you want to put the glue side down so that when you fold it back up to connect with the other part of the loop, it actually can be glued. Once again, the glue on the end, Turn it upside down, feed it through, and then glue it to itself. You'll continue in this way until you have a long chain. We included enough links for you to do a chain of 25, but certainly you can use your own paper or even flyers. All of them make it look really lovely. This is activity number 9. We would love it if your child could make us a birthday card. We use their artwork on our thank you notes that we give out to donors and to volunteers who help us. And you can see here, could do a simple handprint, or maybe it's a delight with crayon and glued on things. Here's what we got at our last birthday for the actual cards, and we used a couple of these for our actual thank you cards that we send out. Well, we can't wait to see what your child will draw, and that's all for this week's. Next week, we play party games.